Alright, welcome back everybody. You're watching the Premier League Season 3. This is Pulse versus Fnatic, and we have gone to a third game. Pulse took the game, the first game, very easily. Of course, their Wisp Chaos Knight is to be quite feared. Second game though, Fnatic took over with a Chaos Knight of their own, as well as a Night Stalker. They actually managed to make it work for once, of course. I think it's actually the first NS win I've seen in the Premier League. Anyway, regardless though, the second game, I feel, honestly went a little bit longer than it needed to. Fnatic wanted to make no mistakes here, just sat back and farm for quite a long time while locking down the map, making sure it was really difficult for Pulse to get any farm in edgeways. Fnatic, again, they open up with that Wisp ban, making sure, okay, let's not let Pulse do that again. Disruptor being banned by Pulse this time, and I've got to say, Fnatic, they pick up Disruptor a lot, and boy, in the second match, did Disruptor do a number on them. Glimpse is a completely ridiculous spell, and the amount of heroes it was dragging out of position and getting picked off. And this was it. It was mostly the ganks, the single target pickoffs that Fnatic were getting. That's all they wanted. They just wanted to put pressure on and gradually force Pulse back inside their base. And as it was, you saw about the 30-minute mark. It took 33 minutes for Pulse to finish farming a Battle Fury on their Juggernaut. And that's just the pressure that they're under, being forced back so consistently that they just couldn't get this farm happening. So in the end, their early push that they were planning for just did not happen at all. And Fnatic just completely outfarmed them in the end. But regardless, second ban here. Now, interestingly enough, Pulse have actually allowed the Dirge to slip through here. They do have the first pick, so maybe we're going to see a Wagamama Dirge here. Fnatic, on the other hand, they've got a lot of heroes left on the board. Of course, Jakiro, Batrider, Linnea, all heroes often get banned. In fact, if Jakiro's left on, I'm kind of expecting poor old Fishbone to end up playing Jakiro again. It's every time I see him, he's playing the twin-headed dragon. Now the second ban here from Fnatic, they're thinking this one through. Actually going to go well into their overtime now. Good third of that chunk gone. We see, in fact, if they're not planning to pick, oh, there we go. There's the Dirge banned out straight up. Pulse not being allowed to grab that. Looks like Mini, he's got the first pick here. Will we see a Jakiro first pick again? No, it's going to be the Batrider round this time. Batrider, of course, extremely powerful in that early mid-game. And, of course, he's very flexible, too. And there we go. Jakiro being picked up for Fnatic. So there we go. Fishbone will get to play something else. And they also, this is a hero that's been banned in the first two games. Fnatic have been banning the Bounty Hunter. Now, this is mostly because Pulse play a fairly aggressive game. And, of course, Track can swing those games massively, as well as just being a fairly versatile suicide hero. On the other hand now, Fnatic may actually try and pick up the... I'm just wondering if Fnatic may actually open up with the Chaos Knight again. Not Chaos Knight, rather the Night Stalker again, just because they have the Bounty Hunter, and they can go gank happy with those two, and of course pick up a ton of money. But at the same time, we have Chaos Knight and Linnea picked up by Pulse. Now, probably going to see... I'm expecting to see Templar Assassin take the solo mid, especially since she doesn't have to worry about a Chaos Knight Jakiro combo mid, or the Batrider mid, both of those being picked up by Pulse right there. We may actually see... I think Fnatic may look for a Venomancer pick fairly... If they don't pick up Venomancer now, Venomancer is likely to be banned out during the second phase, mostly because Venomancer does do a number on Templar Assassin. Just really messes with those refract charges. He's not hating on my music once again, but anyway. Third pick here for Fnatic. They could do with a second support. Jakiro, of course, one support. They could do with the number 2, or either that or a self-support as well. But at the same time, Venomancer would be too good to pass up. They go with the Brewmaster, of course. Brewmaster actually not bad as well, and can quite easily go one-on-one with Templar Assassin in this laning phase. And we've seen it before. He goes for 1 in Thunderclap, 1 in Brawler, and then 3 in Drunken Haze. And this sounds weird. Well, it is weird, but it's mostly just as a direct laning counter to Templar Assassin, and it ruins her day. She will get pretty much no CS. If Brewmaster opens up with an early bottle and starts spamming that Drunken Haze non-stop, she really struggles to pick up those last hits.
Dire team ban.
Now we've also got the Shadow Demon banned out as well. In fact, Fnatic made good use of a Shadow Demon during game number 1. Unfortunately, overall their cohesion let them down quite badly in game 1. But the Shadow Demon in game 1 was quite nice, and we saw exactly why those disruption saves were so well feared. It was allowing them to just basically prevent people from being picked off by Chaos Knight. Reality Rift with the tether. It was very, very strong. And there we go. Lina also banned out by Fnatic, just trying to get rid of that triple stun, well, the dual stun threat there with Chaos Knight as well. I think they may actually ban Leshrac. They're worried about Lina, probably worried about Leshrac as well. Lina and Leshrac are often used fairly interchangeably. Leshrac has the better push and the better overall AoE DPS, but at the same time Lina has a better range on her spells. Of course, single target damage, kind of hard to deny the effectiveness of Laguna Blade, as we saw multiple times during game number 2. Lina was just picking off hero after hero. They'd follow her and just, damn, she'd pick her off, just slap them with that Laguna Blade. Ban number 4 though from Pulse. Could look for... I think Venomancer is probably not a bad idea for them to pick off. Venomancer very likely, I think, to be picked up by Fnatic. And of course is a great direct counter, but they're actually going to pick off the Axe. Now Axe actually, same deal actually. It's kind of surprising, but it does work. You spam the Battle Hunger on Templar Assassin and she's not going to have much fun. It is really, really effective. So there we go, Axe being banned out there. And there we go, also Leshrac being banned. Quick ban there from Fnatic. They banned out Leshrac, and like I said, Lina and Leshrac fairly interchangeable as a combination with Chaos Knight. Just wondering, what else could we see thrown in with a Chaos Knight? Jakiro also missing there as well, so they're kind of running low. Could even see something like Crystal Maiden thrown in for good measure. Of course, Crystal Maiden's still decent. A Rubik as well, I think would work. Just anything with a disable would work to go with that Chaos Knight, just to help him set things up. And now the final ban here from Pulse. Will they pick off that Veno, or will they allow him to slip through and be picked up by Fnatic?
5 seconds remaining.
They might actually be more worried about teamfight oriented stuff. I mean, they could really be worried about something big like an Enigma Black Hole, stuff like that. Also scary stuff. They decided to get rid of the Chen again. They're worried about that suicide lane being beaten down fairly early by that jungling Chen. And of course, Chen is a big pain in the ass when you're trying to dive under towers, and suddenly somebody has an extra 200 or 300 health. Now the final ban here for Fnatic. Now Pulse are definitely looking for some supports, and as you see, they've banned off 2 of the supports they would have liked to use. Probably going to pick off a 3rd here as well, I feel. In fact, we might even see Pulse actually pick up the Venomancer themselves, A, to keep it off Fnatic, and also because it wouldn't be terrible with Chaos Knight either. You drag someone back into range for Venomous Gale, they're pretty much screwed there and then. And Rubik will be the final ban for Fnatic. There we go, getting rid of that. Because Rubik, plenty of good spells here to steal from all those heroes actually. Brewmaster, Jakiro, Bounty Hunter have all sorts of really nice things to nick. Now the 4th pick here for Pulse. Will they grab that Venomancer or will we let it slip through? We'll see in a second. But they're definitely looking for supports. 2 supports in fact. They could do with a hard and a soft support. In fact, they could even go. They might actually go with a hard support and then a soft support jungler like say Enigma. I think that's also quite possible here.
5 seconds remaining.
And there we go, overtime once again. I think Pulse is ideal. We've got the overtime. Might as well put it to work here. The question is, can Fnatic throw out some curveballs in that final pick? I should also mention that in the last month, these 2 teams are, of course, the Ancient Apparition, another common combination with Chaos Knight. Of course, it's very easy to land those, or proc the Cold Feet stun when you're with Chaos Knight. I should also mention that in the last month, these 2 teams, Fnatic and Pulse, have clashed twice before, and both times Pulse has been the victor. So Fnatic, they are the underdogs in this situation, but we'll see if they can bring it back. They've already managed to win 1 out of 3. We'll see if they can make it 2 now to sweep this. 4th pick here for Fnatic. Again, they're also looking for another support, saving it till last, pretty much.
5 seconds remaining.
They don't have nearly as much reserve time here, but definitely support and possibly support and a primary farmer, I think, is what they're looking for here. Somebody to go with Jakiro, get babysat. Likely Bounty Hunter is a Suicide Soul, and Brewmaster probably going to take the mid. In this case, Chaos Knight might actually be getting thrown in the mid with the Ancient Apparition. That would work, especially against the Brewmaster. He does not have some good escape mechanisms. It would be quite easy to lock him down with those stuns. And Templar Assassin may get rotated to the safe lane to keep her away, and they pick up the Tiny. I believe it's going to be Jakiro and Tiny in this situation. I'm not a huge fan of Tiny without the Wisp, but it does work. It definitely does work. So there you go, Tiny being picked up second last there by Fnatic, but they are still looking for another support. Now the final pick here for Pulse, they are looking for a soft support here, assuming that Ancient Apparition is going to be the hard support. And there we go, it's going to be a Rasta. Rasta, I think, may get given more farm just because he can do a little bit more. That gets an early blink, stuff like that. Becomes extremely dangerous. So they've got some good teamfight presence there between the Ice Blast and the Shadow Shaman Serpent Wards. They have some pretty good teamfight presence. On top of that, their mid game is strong. All of those heroes really, I think, hit peak by about the 25-30 minute mark, especially if Shadow Shaman can get some levels and get those level 2, level 3 wards busted out.
10 seconds remaining.
And now the final here, the final hero here for Fnatic for the entire game. What will it be? It's going to be a Magnus. Holy crap. We will see the Magnetor now. You guys want it? You've got some pretty big AoE here, and I've got to say, Magnus and Jakiro, well, there's a pretty obvious synergy between the two of them there. And a very aggressive lineup for both teams. Both teams really strong in that mid game. I'm going to say towards the late game. Actually, you know what? Within power, Tiny's actually going to be pretty berserk. So we'll see how crazy Tiny can get in a minute once we throw some buffs on him from Magnus there. But, alright then. I hope Fnatic they play well this match, because I want to see, the thing is, I want to see Magnus played well. I don't want to see Magnus get picked up and then fail horribly because people are misplaying him left, right and center. I want to see this go down well and be a tight match. But let's call the players here. Alright, so playing for the Radiant side, we have Mini playing the Shadow Shaman, Wagamama on the Templar Assassin. Interesting change up there. Pinoy, who is Adam Scrambler there, playing the Batrider, Rishon on the Chaos Knight, and Fishbone playing Ancient Apparition. Rishon and Fishbone are often a pair that will dual mid. Now the fact that Pinoy is playing the Batrider is interesting. They might actually be sending Pinoy solo mid, could actually be solo bottom. Oh, this is definitely a weird change up in heroes playing different picks. Anyway, so for the Dire side though, we have Hanny playing the Brewmaster, No Tail playing the Magnus, we have Era on the Tiny, Trixie playing Bounty Hunter, and Fly playing Jakiro. Have a bit of a pause. Did they? Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Okay, I thought that was my name there for a moment. Nope. Fnatic is saying go. Fnatic is checking that Pulse are ready to go and nobody's on the toilet, stuff like that. But lineup wise, I've got to say I really like the Dire's lineup at the moment. A lot of team fight, a lot of crowd control as well. They can take annoying heroes out of the fight quite easily. That said, very dangerous lineup there from I think they just, as long as Fnatic can have a clean fight, they can avoid getting picked off by Batrider, getting picked off by the Chaos Knight. As long as they can avoid that, I think Fnatic are going to do well. The question is whether or not they can do that. Now they've got a couple of options here. Of course, Brewmaster can start the fight, Magnus can start the fight as well. I think Brewmaster wants to start the fight first, get people to cluster around him, because they need to wait for people to get close before Magnus is going to be that effective. There we go, finally. Alright, so let's see how they lane this. Okay, so it looks like a tri-lane here. Oh wait, no, this could be anything. We'll see in a minute. Regardless, anyway, so it's gonna be, looks like Pinoy may be taking the mid. Rishon going bottom. Okay, Rishon's gonna be supported bottom. Mini's gonna be doing a lot of pulling. Fishbone was supporting him. And it looks like, oh wait a minute. Okay, no, there we go. No, Pinoy will be taking the solo, the suicide solo. Wagamama's going to be taking solo mid. This is an interesting deviation because normally we see Wagamama take that suicide solo. So the fact that he's actually taking the solo mid is something that's a little bit of a switch up. And let's see, what is this lane going to be up here? Okay, so Bounty Hunter will be taking the suicide solo. Looks like Hanny's taking the solo mid. With that items, yeah, that's definitely a solo mid line up there. And it looks like Magnus is going to be focusing on pulling here. He's actually burned some mana. What is he doing? There's a misclick? I'm not dead sure. He's thrown some mana. It's actually gone and skewered something. I'm not dead sure what though. There we go. Batrider though hasn't got any wards in him. Has been pulled some tankers. Also opened up with boots as well. has been pulled some regen. They're going to head down here, just trade some hits there with Fly. They are going to get a regen rune. Notel actually going to grab that up, replace that mana loss from using an earlier skewer. Fishbone now, headed back to his own lane. Trixie as well, going to be suicide solving. This will be a fairly rough lane because there are a lot of disables here for him. He's going to need to make sure he stays hidden somewhere. We're seeing this spot here is actually really good. Very few people actually bother to check that spot. It's quite an effective one. And he gets caught out already there by the counter ward. Throws down one of his own. And he will lose. The dive will lose a counter ward there. And this is going to be somewhat frustrating for him. Meanwhile in the mid. And there we go. This is what I mean. The Drunken Haze against Wagamama is going to be very frustrating for him. He's just not going to be able to get those last hits in. And there we go. Just going to spam that again. At low levels it's not as effective as it can be. Once you get to level 2, level 3, she's going to be missing a lot of CS because of that. And he's okay. He's okay with doing this because he's like, you know, I'm going to pick up a bottle fairly soon. I'm just going to spam it some more. He's just going to spam it non-stop. Meanwhile, looks like Pulse are going to try and cut off this... Oh, wait a minute. What's he doing there? Firefly's up. I think he just went up there to block the spawn, possibly. Alright, okay. He's looking for the creep wave, and then he sees it's being pulled there by Notel. Notel now going to chase off the Batrider. Batrider currently getting no experience at all. Any ducking back into the trees there. Also, same for Trixie. Trixie trying to stay hidden here. Should be alright. Notel with a double pull there. Batrider just looking for some ability farm. Just not finding any room really at the moment. And we see Brewmaster is starting to run out of mana. However, it's not too bad because he will be picking up. He will be picking up his bottle in a couple of last. In fact, probably 1 or 2 last hits. Meanwhile, I think have they seen Trixie? I think they know he's there. There's a lot of pinging going on around here. I think they know something's up. Trixie just trying to stay safe with them. That's his main goal. Oh, nope, he's going to pick up a last hit there and then refade. There we go. Hanny's got enough for his bottle. That'll get sent out in a moment there as they spot the Haster in top though. Pinoy will be picking that up in just a moment. Still a walking courier, unfortunately. It's going to be a little while before Brewmaster gets his mana back. Trixie just trying to jack that pull there. Gets in a run back. Doesn't quite succeed with jacking the pull. Here comes that bolt. Finally gets upgraded there for the courier. And now Templar Assassin has bolted a Haster in though. And there we go. There goes the Drunken Haze once again. Meanwhile, Magnus just farming once again. Wow, he's double pulling from every single direction here. This is really good work here from Fnatic. I love that cleave animation on him. Absolutely sick. But anyway, as we can see, there we go. Beer in her eyes once again. Big goggles on Linnea there. Cannot last hit anything to save her life at the moment. And I say that and he gets one. There you go. The Radiant side they're now pulling. Of course, they didn't actually block this. The Dire didn't decide to block this, and they're actually going to have this pulled against them. However, Era's going to go here. We might even just combo the creep in a second, just to clamp the entire wave all at once. Again, pulling absolutely everywhere. I see, that's how he gets that pull to work. He actually skewers his way down there. Skewers his way down there to set this up, but there we go, the pull once again. I'm glad I caught that one on tape. Meanwhile though, it looks like Trixie still struggling to find any room to get in there. Batrider. Batrider currently sitting on what level is he? Batrider is still level 1 at nearly 4 minutes in. This is a good sign of exactly how effective this pull from Fnatic is at the moment. Meanwhile in the mid though, CS wise, Linnea 16 and 15. She's actually been last hitting extremely well despite this beer spam.
How many times are you gonna miss?
17 and 15 is actually pretty damn good. At the same time though, she is a little bit behind in terms of last hit in CS. She's not where she'd like to be. And now, especially since we've got the level 2 Drunken Haze, missed chances is ramping up. Who is JK? I'm pretty sure it's Hanny. These both teams have a lot of PvE going on at the moment. Plenty of stacks everywhere. I really feel sorry for these suicide laners. At the very least, a Bounty Hunter with the Invis has actually managed to hit level 3. And there we go. Batrider's actually abandoned his lane and says, you know what, this is ridiculous. I cannot handle this. And he's backed up. But he's just gone and jungled. In fact, I feel like he probably should have done that a little bit earlier. But I think he just didn't realize exactly how many creep waves are being pulled there. Trixie keeps ducking back in here just to let his invis wear off there. Picking up that creep wave again, Wagamama.
Nice.
There we go. Look at those refraction shards get knocked off. Meanwhile, though, they've spotted Trixie once again. Trixie now skulking about. He's looking for somewhere to cause trouble. Has gone for a 1-1-1 at the moment. Probably going to get level 2 in his shuriken in a second. Well, there we see the sign of traps getting thrown down there. JK, they're going to back up. Hanny, though, tossing. Haze once again in her eyes there, as Magnus now starting to run out of cash, in fact. I think he's actually just going to go and... Not sure what he's up to at the moment. Meanwhile, though, the push is on bottom. They've got 3 heroes here. Mini's still... No, he's only level 3 at the moment. This is going to put a lot of pressure on. There's not a lot Bounty Hunter can do. In fact, there's about nothing Bounty Hunter can do about this. He can't get anywhere near these guys. If he gets near these guys, they will kill him very, very easily. Too many stuns, and the tower will drop. It's going to be a 5-minute tower, though, nearly a 6-minute tower. An early gold lead there for Fnatic. So they just jump up quite a bit after that tower kill there. 1k advantage. The slow there from Wagamama throws down a second slow as well. Ice Path getting tossed out in a second. And there we go. Rune gets jacked there by Jakiro.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We go Reality Rift back there. The dust as well. Trixie has dropped 4 seconds there on Rejin's stun. And there's the first blood. Took 6 minutes, but we got one down in a second there. As now Pulse, they're putting on the pressure. And I think Fnatic are feeling this pressure. They're going, alright, we've got to push our own tower. They're getting stuck in here now with their own creep wave. They're going to be a little bit more, going to be a little bit behind, but it should be okay. As long as they can pick up a tower too. And in fact, this might take 2 rounds for Pulse to clean this one up. So it's going to give them time to get this tower maybe and then pull back defend. In fact, Bounty Hunter porting back, well, there's not, on all honesty, there's not a lot he can do about this. In fact, he's got to be careful he doesn't get picked off again. At the very least, so Chaos Knight's kind of low on mana, so he shouldn't get picked off. But he's not going to achieve a whole lot either. See that Drunken Haze once again, still in the mid lane. JK causing trouble in there. And Tiny has actually, interesting, Tiny has actually opened up the Hand of Midas there. Was not expecting that, but he's gone for the Hand of Midas. Just checking items there. Power Tread's done for Regen, but that's about it in terms of interesting things. There we go, that tower still falling. Nobody coming to Fort defend. The top tower still being pushed there by the right side. They get the Reality Rift back there. They're not going to get a stun down there by the looks of things, unless... No, he ducks back for a second. Gets hexed, and now Trixie Gore gets stunned up. Throws out a shuriken, and gets finished off. Here come the defensive Portso. Hanny is just a little bit too slow to show up in time, and he might actually pick someone off here. Moving in for the Thunderclap. Oh, actually opens up there with his... Oh, he didn't have mana for both. There we go. So he opens up there with his ultimate. Is going to try and run them down there. Throws him Chaos Knight up in the whirlwind. They're going to try and run down Mini feeling very low there. They're actually going to turn around, try and pick up Regen here. Tuck of Rock, as well as the Ice Path. They will pick up Regen. And they're looking for Mini now. Oh, Mini realizing he's boxed in. He hasn't got anywhere to go. Fly's moving in, and they will pick him up. And a revenge kill here for Trixie. Janata strike. And there we go. Fnatic post a couple on the board finally. Moment now also backing up Notal though. Has picked up his boots. So we're just going to check the overall goal per minute right now. Still favouring the Radiant side, about 1500 lead. Experience wise, 2 and a bit thousand to them as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Top tower being pushed. We're going to have Chaos Knight porting to the top tower. Can they get something here? They get the kill there with Tiny throwing up a creep. They're going to catch it. A 4 seconds on once again on Era. Another port in. There's Mini. Mini's going to get the shackle down, and that should be a fairly easy kill. Era getting picked off. Nice and easy there by the Radiant side. Pulse now. Going to ramp it up a bit, or are they going to just back off and let that Chaos Knight fall? I think they're going to charge in to try and get some gangs happening. We see Fly picks up some more wards there. The pressure is on mid. Templar Assassin. He's going to deal some damage to it. Meanwhile, bottom lane. Coldfit once again. Trixie getting caught out by this, although he is going to back off and get rid of it in a second. He has, of course, managed to track up Ancient Apparition there. Regen now. Going to pick up his drums fairly soon. There's the pull there once again from Notal.
Top tower is under attack.
Mid, the push is continuing to happen. Mini now still only level 5. Once he hits his 6, I'll be able to push this a lot faster. And they can probably go back and take out this tower as well. Yeah, that's still stacked up quite nicely. Meanwhile, they're looking for a kill here on Fishbone. Fishbone is in some trouble unless we see some ports come down here. They could quite easily, and there we go. Hanny's going to gun for it, throws the slow with Drunken Haze. Thunderclap coming in as well. There's the Thunderclap doing way too much damage to Fishbone. Throws down a cold feet there. Can Iceball just keep him off? It might be enough. It's going to proc. Mini may actually, well, Fishbone may actually survive there. However, they get the kill. The Shuriken over the trees. As now Hanny running for his life. Can he escape? Throws down a Thunderclap. The tower, though, gets reality rifted back. He's trying to escape. He's got a tree there. He could have... Oh, no, he should be able to escape. He will get away. Just barely. He's going to walk away from this. As Chaos Knight gets outmaneuvered, gets juked, and the track gives Hanny the speed he needs to escape. Mini now falling back here. Mini was nowhere to be... I thought Mini was coming back. He was nowhere to be seen, though. Now Wagamama trying to get clear. Still got the refraction up. Pops the regen. This could be a counter-attack coming up. There's a trap, the Sonic trap there. However, the creep wave is here. It's going to knock off all of his refraction charges. And no, he doesn't quite have enough. If he pops a magic wand, maybe. Error now, yes, he's got enough for the combo. Throws out the stun, doesn't quite get the combo though. And now he's going to get picked off. There's the Firefly, the lasso as well. And drawn back in. An easy kill there for Wagamama.
I saw that ending from miles away.
Let's see how this is ramping up now. Still haven't seen that much from Magnet, which is kind of disappointing. A 2k lead there in gold to the Radiant side. A 1k, or rather a deficit in experience. He's actually falling back towards them though. They were actually at 2k and a bit behind in XP, but it's looking a lot better now. It's starting to even out. Ice Blast coming, going to hit Trixie in the face there. Where is his Magnetor? He's still farming, is he? Still farming, still pushing. He has picked up the early Arcane Boots, of course. Magnus a little bit mana hungry there with his Shockwave. Does like to spam that just a bit. Of course, 4 activatable skills does tend to drain on the mana just a bit.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And there we go, Tiny. Has Arcanes, also working on drums here as well. We see the GPM 433, have a Chaos Knight and Templar Assassin not that far behind. The high 300s themselves. In fact, Chaos Knight also almost 400 himself. Trixie picked up the double damage, going to get the hit there on Wagamama. Wagamama now being skewered in. They throw out the ice path as well, and they will pick him off there. Enough damage there to knock off the refraction charges, and a skewer and Shockwave combo will finish him off in the end there. Now we get the blink in there from Batrider, the first spreading the Firefly where Ice Path goes. Ice Blast lands only on Shakiro though. Firefly and Lasso going to drag Trixie back. The ward's not close enough. Trixie now fading to Imbiz, trying to back off there. Meanwhile, they get rid of Chaos Knight in the meantime as well. They get rid of Rasta as well on top of that. Fnatic on the warpath. Hanny still has plenty of health, plenty of mana. Although Batrider is here as well. Throws down a Drunken Haze there on Batrider. He's been tracked up on 12. Magnus down in the mid lane. Still kind of lacking as we see. Oh, the combo there. It's on Batrider. Can he escape? Another Drunken Haze on the slow him down. Arrow though getting caught up by the freeze underneath the tower too. Here comes a crippling slow from the Sonic trap there. And a Meld Strike will finish off because Tiny already lacks armor. And a Meld's not going to help things out at all. And now Hanny has overextended. It's overstayed his welcome. He will get cleaned up there. Templar Assassin with another Meld attack cleaning him up. Fortunately, great start to that fight by Fnatic, but they just got a little bit too greedy and stayed for too long. I see the Radiant picking up their gold lead again, going towards the 3k mark. Experience-wise, around at the 1,000 gold mark as well, or rather experience mark as well. But this is for the Dire side though. Dire are ahead on experience. I think this is most down to the fact that Batrider said screw it and went and jungled more than anything else, whereas of course, in the bottom lane, unfortunately, poor old Bounty Hunter had to constantly deal with his lane being pulled and stolen from. Ice Blast coming in. It looks like it's going to hit. Great shot there, although Templar Assassin actually takes the kill. Gets the Meld hit in before the Ice Blast lands. But a nice shot nonetheless. Some long-range artillery strikes across the map there from Fishbone. I think he fired that one from base. There we go, 1,400 gold there for Magnus. I don't think his pulling has given him that much cash. In fact, yeah, he's on 220 GPM at the moment. Templar Assassin though now overtaking Tiny in terms of gold per minute. And they are continuing to push top. They had taken that first tier top tower. And now Pulse begin to fight back and to go after this tier 2 as well. See Shakira throwing up a defensive ward there. And Serpent Wards tossed down the reality. Oh, Phantasm being used in there.
Radiant's middle tower is
I like the fact that they're trying to bait that the real one is over there. However, unfortunately, Fnatic are under no illusions there as to which is the real one. Track him up and then go after him anyway. Throw the nukes down. Nice little ploy though, just driving, leaving the real guy on all track, just driving the illusion around, trying to fake out. But the Bat Strider gets stuck in. We've got the draw, we've got the dust being popped there. The last two as well, going to pick off Bounty Hunter. And that Blink Dagger, going to catch out a lot of people, unfortunately for them. They really need the Blink on Brewmaster fairly soon. And or Magnus as well. Brewmaster with a haste bottle there. Might be trying to cause some trouble in mid in a second. Got two more heroes moving in. We've got Fly as well as No-Tail. They're smoked up. They're going to try and swing. It looks like they're going to try and swing in from behind it. And Pulse, they won't really expect this gank. They're going to try and wrap in behind, although it looks like the timing might have just been right. Templar Assassin, no, just misses the tail end of Jakiro. Doesn't quite spot him. They have time now to do their wraparound gank through here. Try and pick people off. They have the high ground as well. Although it looks like they're actually going to go and gank bottom instead. They're after Rishon. They miss the ice path, and Rishon is so fast. They can't run him down. The port's coming in as well, defending. A shockwave misses as well. Now, Hanny now gets the thunderclap down. This should be able to finish him. Chuck a rock. They'll get this kill there. Ice path in as well. But what will they trade? But it looks like nobody at the moment, although Brewmaster's sending all of his minions back in. A whirlwind there on top of Mini there. Mini now, ice path coming. Going to try and catch out No-Tail. No-Tail being caught out. Gets hit by ice path. Also gets shackled up there. They're chasing after Trixie. Trixie's dust up. Nice little juke there around the trees. It looks like Wagamama will end up backing off there. They trade they trade 1 for 1 there. Magnus buys back though. Flying out, what has he picked up? Oh, just grabs some more wards, a magic wand. Yeah, Era finding himself a haster in there. Looks like he's working on his Argon Scepter now as well. I'm just wondering if he'll bother to do the Yasha build this time around, or if he'll just go, you know what? I've already got a hand of Midas. My attack speed is already pretty good. The Yasha is also really good for the move speed as well. Tiny, of course, being a melee hero. And once he gets a few levels old, he actually becomes really, really speedy. But we'll see what they decide to go for, as it looks like Fly's getting ready to possibly set up a fight in mid. Here we go, Serpent Wards tossed down by Pulse. They're going to try and force this fight, get this push happening. Wagamama now stacking some damage on. There's a Phantasm as well. We're going to send that in first just to try and absorb some damage there from Fnatic. We're going to blink in Bat Rider though. This is what happened wrong. Oh no, for Pulse last match. They were getting picked up this time around though. The counter attack is fantastic. Fnatic charging back and they get 2 for none at the moment. Great series of ganks there. The counter-attacks there. It looked like for a moment Brewmaster was getting picked off. In fact, they're going for 3. There's the Thunderclap. She's tracked in macro high. Oh no. There's no way for Wagamama to disengage it. It looks like they're going for a wipe. Can they take out Mini as well? They get Mini. The only hero to walk away is Fishbone. And his Ancient Apparition. Great fight there for Fnatic. Exactly what they wanted. And unfortunately, Batrider a little overzealous there. Dived in but didn't check what was behind the Brewmaster. Should be able to pick up this Roshan kill fairly easily. Here, someone's getting empowered at the moment. In fact, Tiny there, increasing his damage quite significantly. There's the Ice Blast comes through, although Brewmaster has to be careful here. Now they dive in and they pick off Fishbone. Shockwave through there. Looks like Tanny's going to fall down here. They're also possibly going to pick off Magnus as well. Reality Rifted back. Yes, they will. Roshan gets killed. But it looks like they might even lose the Aegis before they get away. The Ice Path thrown out. A Hexed in there. It's on Era. Can Era disengage? It looks like the Shuriken going to use that to cancel. Blinks a window. Reality Rifted back into the pit. Era's going to get picked off. There goes the Aegis. And another slow there being thrown out. Ice Path getting tossed in again, trying to hold people off there. As they will actually get a revenge kill there on Shadow Shaman. He gets a Hex in though. Now they're going to try and pick off Fishbone. There's another Bat Rider with the Flaming Lasso. We're going to try and drag him off there. Now Trixie having to back off. Trixie now trying to get back into the fight here. They track on a target. So Aaron now into trouble. They manage to get the ice path down as well. Going to catch out some people. But now, here comes the ice blast. It's going to hit. It's going to do a lot of damage as well. And Wagamama should be able to finish this. Yeah, there we go. One hero snapped.
You never could keep a
Looks like they can see Wagamama. Wagamama's actually tracked up. They know exactly where he is.
No.
Wagamama getting picked off there. Might have been gun Fishbone hero though. He might just want to run away right about now. Flamebreaker and knocking forward a little bit. Off the top lane, Arrow going to be heading back out there. Has got almost enough there for his Argon Scepter. Just 300 or so gold short at the moment. See the skewer through the trees, knock them all down. There we go. It looks like they popped the Magnus ult there on just the bat run. Not sure about that one, but they get the kill regardless. They were possibly hoping more within range of that. Now, Arrow now. The ping's in mid. They're a little worried here. Magnus now, I believe he's bought something. Yes, there we go. He's got his Blink Dagger. Does Brewmaster have his on the way as well? 2100 gold. This looks like he's saving for a Blink Dagger. Now that both of them will have that initiation value. There he goes in with the Empower. They're working his magic. Mini just going to farm away in the jungle again. Going to share a little bit with Fishbone as well, or not. Counter ward's being poured out by Mini that's looking for something to get rid of. Looks like they've spotted it this time around. There we go. They've spotted it and we'll clean it up. You say they didn't see that there. Barrett now just going to stack the Ancients and then head up. Tiny with his tree. He has actually picked his Argon Step now. It's done. With Empower, boy, is he hitting hard. Most of these is going to be looking for attack speed next. It looks like Pulse are motioning for a gank here. They want to head through and do something. Well, here comes the counter-attack in mid. They're smoked up. The blink in there from Brewmaster to set up this fight if he can. Just waiting for Magnus as well. There we go. He's going to jump in there. Ice Blast comes through. Doesn't do a whole lot though. Might hit one of the Pandas. A shackle there on the Twin-Headed Dragon. Twin-Headed Dragon gets picked off. Meanwhile, Magnus getting left way behind there. They pick up on A though. Looks like he was in mid. Jumps in there as well. Going to throw out his ult. Throws out the Shockwave to boot. They're going to try and pick off Chaos Knight still. Skewer misses though. Chaos Knight reality rich. Arrows down some trouble. There's the stomp there once again. The Thunderclap from the Brewmaster will be enough to finish off Chaos Knight. And Fishbone now getting driven back there. A great fight from Fnatic. The initiation value was fantastic. They traded a team wipe for one hero, just one of their supports, and they'll even go over here and farm off those Serpent Wards. Of course, they're worth a good 200, 300 gold there as well. And somebody's picked up a Lincoln Sphere here. Who was that? So Bounty Hunter has gone for the early Lincoln Sphere.
Tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Fnatic now decide not to push their luck. I think it's a smart idea. They see the other team is up. They're starting to push their luck and head on back. They can always clean up that tower at a later date. Meanwhile, Twin-Headed Dragon sitting in the top lane, just going to keep farming this creep. He's vulnerable, but at the moment should be okay. As it looks like they get some illusions there. See the individual GPM, so Wagamama still sitting about 400. On the other hand, Arrows just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. Just wonder if we'll see an Assault Curious next. Kira finding himself a haste room, but doesn't actually manage to do anything with it. Meanwhile, Clash in mid, then with the Hex down, Flaming Lasso, there's the Ether Shock as well. Magnetor gets picked up, he's a little bit too squished at the moment. They throw down some tracks and then back up.
Had you but eyes to see it.
Now, oh no, the ward's been there, they can see him, there's a slow there as well. Barrett now jumps in, Shuriken gets tossed in, the Flame Break though going to knock him to safety. And now it looks like Pulse, they know it's their time to do something. 20 seconds while Magnetor's down. When Magnetor gets back though, his ult will be up. Brewmasters will be ready in at 16 seconds as well. There's the Glyph being popped, should buy enough time. With that said, we do have Chaos Knight here, who's causing a lot of damage on his own. It looks like they might not have time after all. Doesn't have money for a buyback, most likely. Not quite. So 10 gold shot there. And we just see them jump in. They pick off the Batrider straight away. Aaron now gonna charge in there. Can they get another one though? They're trying to disable them there. They managed to stop the port out there from Chaos Knight. Looks like most other heroes will manage to disengage successfully though. Ice Path goes out. And it looks like they will pick off the Bounty Hunter will pick off another hero as well. Rishon, the Chaos Knight, being picked off once again.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I think Fnatic are probably fairly happy with how that team fight turned out. Let's have a look at the gold chart. The gold now really well and truly favouring them. 5k lead at the moment. Experience-wise also a 15,000 experience lead. They've never really fallen behind on that topic there. Ice Blast gets there to just harass them. Flame Break as well, not going to strike anything though. Fnatic is saying head back and defend for now. Magnus with his non-stop empowerment there. Definitely somewhat mana hungry there. Should be able to clean this up fairly easy though. Trying to check Brewmaster's damage. It's looking for about 150-ish with Empower. See what he's like without Empower. I think he's adding close to 50 damage on him at the moment. Then we've got level 3 ult on Tiny with the Arcanum Scepter. And in fact, it looks like he's actually going for a heart possibly, just trying to bulk up. We've got the smoke up here from the Radiant side. They're going to look for something. There's a flying vision from Wagamama. He can see them now. They're throwing the counter wards as well from the Dire side. Looking for somebody potential gank. Don't really find anything yet though. He's going to steal those neutral stacks in. Now Chaos Knight moving in as well. Just going to clean up the last couple of them. Now Brewmaster going to move in now. He's almost got enough for his Arcanums as well. It looks like they are going to back up here. And now they jump in there. There we go. Magnetor pops ult. Brewmaster also ulting in on top of them as well. Should be able to take the both of them there. We've already lost Ancient Apparition. Brewmaster is dead as well. They pick off Chaos Knight to boot. Well, they managed to teleport away. Somehow blinks over the trees through that fight. But they're still giving chase. And here we go. He's going to try and body block her, although cops a melt strike to the rear for his troubles and decides to back up. Should be a fairly easy tower. Of course, Arrow is here, and we do have the empowerment getting tossed around.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Tiny hitting for pretty much 400 at the moment. That's some pretty scary stuff.
Tower is under attack.
So not 400, hitting for pretty much a base of 510. Of course, attack speed is pretty rubbish of that. Now we got Brewmaster has enough to finish up his Arcanum Scepter. I think it will be his next item. Of course, you want to get that by about the 30-minute mark at latest, just because you do need to get it out fairly early on. Because if you go into late game, even with the ult stick, Brewmaster tends to be a little bit subpar. It comes down to the fact his pandas are a little bit too easy to kill. I hear an Ice Blast, so being sent out. It's looking for Roshan. Finds Roshan. Pulse now looking for a target. They might even pop Firefly here just to get vision into the pit, just to see if anybody's in there. And then we got Templar Assassin blinks in to start the fight, see if there's anybody in there. Has a double damage. In fact, they're just going to try and CS over the top, I think. Just going to try and just jump in over the top and help fight like that, just to try and avoid arousing suspicion from the Dire players. Nicely done. The Templar Assassin will pick that up. She's actually going for a crit build there. There we go. Crystallis. Probably going to be a breeze there shortly. Tiny though, his heart is finished. Look at his health. So tanky at the moment. Could do with possibly an assault next. The push is again being mounted on mid. That tower is fairly weak as well. In fact, Tiny might actually be looking to pick up a Hyperstone right now. We'll see. There it is. He picked up his Hyperstone. We're going to head in now. I think they're going to try and push this. Tiny's pretty much hitting for 400 before Empower. And there we go, there's that Empower, making him hit for ridiculous levels. Just gonna, you know, kill that tower in 2 hits because I can.
Middle tower has fallen.
I see someone's caught my bad math, my foul math. Oh no. Now they're also gonna backdoor this down. I mean, why not? You know what? Backdoor protection means nothing against Tiny. Tiny does not care. In fact, they're gonna try and pick somebody off up here. They're saying he's up there. It looks like he's already ported back though. Or not. Doesn't matter. The backdoor, or rather the glyph there, was preventing them from doing any damage. Looks like they might actually just pick up the creep wave right about now. And then bring that back down with them. Boy, Tiny's such a tank at the moment. Magnus actually picked up lifesteal for him. Has picked up the Vladimir's offering. Of course, it's going to increase his damage even more with the aura value. And more importantly, just going to give him that lifesteal so he becomes even more survivable and hard to kill. And there we go, there's the Hex there on Tiny. Tiny trying to come through here. Ice Blast coming in as well. There's the Ice Blast, going to take out Rasta while they're at it. Meanwhile, Skewer in there, can No-Tail get his ult off. He's going to get stunned down, 4 seconds stun, they get taken out. Meanwhile though, Tiny destroying Wagamama, a couple of hits there. He's going to get trapped though. Wagamama though trying to get rid of the pandas. He will actually manage to get rid of the flaming one, but Tiny's still in this. He's just chewing his way through these Serpent Wards, doesn't do the care at all. And we will see Wagamama pop back up in a second there. And it looked like a 3-for-2 trade there. The Radiant losing 3 heroes of buyback being used there by Reeson. Tiny though, ridiculously strong at this point in time. Batrider just going to get his Firefly. This is good. He's got his 4-staff. He's got his blink. This allows him to blink in, grab somebody with lasso, and then 4-staff out. Really gives him some ability options. So there's a mass ping there, as it looks like the counter push down here not doing anything at all. So Radiant's going to take a run at the mid by looks of things. Wagamama charging up, just debating whether or not to blink in after Trixie, although obviously doesn't have any detection at the moment, so decides not to. See the defense being mustered by Fnatic immediately. Pulse, they scatter, but they scatter to the north. It looks like they're going to try and swing around in a second and try and do a wraparound gank from the rear. Maybe pick off Magnus before he can ult. Maybe even pick off Twin-Headed Dragon before he can do anything. Or they might just let Wagamama, they might just let Aaron walk in, and there's a combo there, picks off the Rasta straight away before he can drop wards or any spells at all. That is painful indeed, and No-Tail now has popped his ult as well. They're going to charge in though, they take him out, and that's 4 down. That's a triple kill there for Era, an ultra kill for Era. Did he get a rampage? No, he did not, and they call the GG. In fact, Bounty Hunter stole the kill in the middle of that. He did take out Pinoy, but GG is called, and the Magnus game will take that one home. But I'm going to say, the Magnus, interesting there, was used more as a sort of support role. Spent a lot of time pulling, was used as a support role. And he might be sort of being, and he might actually use it, get used more like I like how Tidehunter gets used when he gets played support, as sort of that teamfight threat presence, but also has some nice support as well. Not as good on the gank though, a little bit tricky to use for that skewer, as well as that shockwave. Doesn't have just the gush, the negative armor from that Yankee Smash. But anyway guys, this has been Triumph for Man, cast in the Premier League. This has been Pulse versus Fnatic. Fnatic taking the win here. This will put them on 3 victories, if memory serves me correctly, out of 5 or 6 games. I'm not dead sure. Also stick around, of course. I'm going to take a break about 5 minutes, and then I will try and get an interview with someone from Fnatic, so stay tuned on that. But otherwise guys, thanks for watching, and of course check out our website, thepremierleague.eu, for all of your Premier League needs.